They found me in a shipping container with 11 other girls.
Chained. Starving.
Barely alive. I'd been missing for 6 months. 6 months since my father died, and my stepmother threw me out like garbage. 6 months since I learned that family means nothing when money is involved. The man who opened that container door was the most dangerous person I'd ever seen. Cold eyes. Expensive suit covered in blood that wasn't his. A gun still smoking in his hand. He looked at me. Just me. Like the other girls didn't exist.
You, he said.
One word, but it changed everything. They called him the king. Dante Lorenzo. The man who controlled everything and everyone. The man no one dared to cross. He was 42. I was 19, and I didn't know it yet, but he was about to become my salvation. My obsession. My destruction. What I also didn't know? He was engaged.
To someone from my past.
Someone who'd helped put me in that container in the first place. This is the story of how I went from princess to prisoner to something I never expected. Something dangerous. Something wrong. Something that felt like coming home. Before the container. Before Dante. Before everything fell apart. I had a different life, and my name is Anna Castellano. Or it was. I don't know who I am anymore. My father, Marco Castellano, owned a successful import business. We weren't rich like the families he did business with, but we were comfortable.
Happy.
Safe. Then Mom died when I was 12.
Cancer.
Fast and brutal. Dad tried to move on. 3 years later, he married Catherine. She came with a daughter, Vivian. My age. Beautiful. Everything I wasn't. I tried to be happy for Dad. Tried to welcome them into our home. Into our family. But Catherine looked at me like I was an inconvenience. And Vivian looked at me like I was competition. Your father's business is doing well, Catherine said once, when Dad wasn't around. It'll be worth quite a bit when he retires. Or dies. The way she said it made my skin crawl, that I should have warned Dad. Should have told him about the strange men who came to visit Catherine when he was at work. The phone calls she took in secret. The way she looked at his documents when she thought no one was watching. But I was 16. Naive. Stupid. Then Dad got sick. Heart attack, the doctor said.
Sudden.
Unexpected. He was only 45. He died in the hospital. Catherine was there. I was at school. By the time I arrived, he was gone. I'm sorry, Anna, Catherine said, but her eyes were dry. Your father's death was quick. He didn't suffer. The funeral was small. Dad's business associates came. Sent flowers. Offered condolences. One of them stood out. Older man. Distinguished. Powerful looking. He spoke to Catherine for a long time. She smiled.
Laughed.
At my father's funeral. Who was that? I asked Vivian. Lorenzo. Dante Lorenzo. She said his name like it was important. He did business with your father. Mom says he's very powerful. Very rich. He seemed close with your mom. They're friends. Business friends. But something in her voice was off. Mom says he might help us. With the business. With money. A week after the funeral, Catherine sat me down. Anna, we need to talk about your father's will. What about it? He left the business to me. The house. Everything. My stomach dropped.
What? No.
Dad would never, he did. I have the paperwork. It's all legal. She pushed documents across the table. You're still a minor. You'll stay here until you're 18. Then, well, we'll see. This is my house. My father's house. It was your father's house. Now it's mine. And if you want to stay here, you'll follow my rules. The rules were simple.
Clean. Cook.
Take care of the house. No friends. No phone. No life. I became their maid. Their servant. Vivian loved it. Loved ordering me around. Loved taking my clothes, my things, my room. You should be grateful, she'd say. Mom could have thrown you out. Put you in foster care. I counted down the days until I turned 18. Until I could leave. Start over. But I never made it. 3 days before my 18th birthday, Catherine called me into her office.
Anna.
We have a problem. What problem? Your father had debts. Significant debts. To very dangerous people. What are you talking about? Dad's business was successful. On paper, yes. But he borrowed money. A lot of money. And now those people want it back. How much? $500,000. The number hit me like a punch. That's impossible. We don't have that kind of money. No, we don't. But I have a solution. Catherine smiled. Cold. Calculated. There are people who will pay good money for a girl like you.
Young. Pretty.
Innocent. It took a moment for her words to sink in. You're going to sell me? I'm going to settle your father's debts. What happens to you after that isn't my concern. You can't do this. I'll go to the police. And tell them what? That your stepmother is selling you to cover your dead father's debts? They won't believe you. And even if they did, by the time they investigate, you'll be long gone.
She was right.
I knew she was right. That night, 2 men came to the house. They grabbed me from my room, gagged me, tied my hands. I saw Vivian watching from her doorway. Our eyes met. She smiled, then closed her door. They threw me in a van. Drove for hours. I lost track of time. Lost track of where we were going. When the van finally stopped, they dragged me into a warehouse. There were other girls there.
Young.
Terrified. All of us chained to the walls like animals. Welcome to your new life. One of the men said, if you're lucky, someone will buy you. If not, he shrugged. There are other uses for pretty girls. That was 6 months ago. 6 months of hell. Of being moved from place to place. Of barely eating. Of watching girls disappear and never come back. 6 months of wishing I was dead. Until the night Dante Lorenzo opened that container door. If you're hooked on Anna's story, please like and subscribe to find out what happens when she's rescued by the king of the Mafia. Who is Dante Lorenzo really? And what does he want with Anna? Hit that notification bell to see what happens next. The raid happened so fast, I barely understood what was happening. One moment, we were locked in darkness. The next, gunfire. Screaming. The sound of metal doors being ripped open. Then light. Blinding light, and him. Dante Lorenzo stood in the doorway. Backlit like an angel. Or a demon. I couldn't tell which, but he was tall. Powerfully built. Dark hair graying at the temples. Sharp suit that probably cost more than my father's car. Blood spattered across his shirt and face. Behind him, men with guns. Lots of guns. He stepped into the container. His eyes swept over us. 12 girls.
Chained.
Broken. Most couldn't even lift their heads. But I looked at him. Made eye contact. And his eyes locked on mine. You, he said. Som of Ort from my wick. Same command in his voice. What's your name? Anna. My voice was hoarse. I hadn't spoken in days. Anna Castellano. Something flickered in his eyes. Recognition? Castellano. I nodded. He turned to his men. Get them out. All of them. Take them to the safe house. Medical attention.
Food.
Everything they need. And her? One of his men pointed at me. She comes with me. Boss, the others. I said she comes with me.
His voice was steel.
Finally, they unchained me. My legs wouldn't work. I collapsed. Dante caught me before I hit the ground. Lifted me like I weighed nothing. I've got you, he said quietly. You're safe now. I wanted to believe him. But safe was a concept I'd forgotten 6 months ago. He carried me to a car. A Mercedes. Black. Expensive. The leather seats felt like heaven after 6 months of cold metal floors. Where are we going? I managed.
My home.
You need medical attention.
Rest.
Food. Why? Why what? Why me? Why not one of the others? He was quiet for a long moment. Because I knew your father. My breath caught. You knew Dad? Marco Castellano.
Yes.
I did business with him. He was a good man.
Honest.
Rare in my world. Then you know he died. I do. I'm sorry for your loss. Did you know about the debts? About Catherine selling me? His jaw tightened. If I had known, this would have been prevented. Your father borrowed money from my organization, yes. But the debt was forgiven when he died. That's my policy. I don't punish children for their parents' mistakes. Catherine said. Catherine lied. She took the insurance money, sold the business assets, and pocketed everything. There was no debt. She sold you for profit. Rage. Hot and pure. Where is she now? That's being handled. Something in his tone told me I didn't want to know the details. We drove for 40 minutes. Out of the city. Into hills. Expensive neighborhoods. His home was a mansion. Modern. Glass and steel. Beautiful and cold. The staff was waiting. A woman, older, motherly, gasped when she saw me.
Dio mio.
The poor girl. Maria, prepare the guest suite. Call Dr. Romano. Full medical exam. Whatever she needs. Dante carried me inside, still holding me, and food. Something light. Her stomach won't handle heavy food yet. Of course, Mr. Lorenzo. He took me upstairs, to a room bigger than my entire house growing up, laid me gently on the bed. The doctor will be here soon. Maria will help you clean up. There are clothes in the closet. He moved toward the door. Dante, he turned. Thank you for saving me. Something complicated crossed his face. I'm just fixing a wrong that shouldn't have happened. Rest now. We'll talk tomorrow. He left. Maria came in. Kind. Gentle. She helped me to the shower. Helped me wash 6 months of filth and horror off my skin. I cried. Finally cried. For the first time since Dad died. She held me while I sobbed. This stranger. This woman who worked for a Mafia king. It's okay, Bambina, she whispered. You're safe now. Mr. Lorenzo doesn't let bad things happen under his roof. I wanted to believe her. The doctor came. Examined me. Said I was malnourished, dehydrated, traumatized but physically intact. She was lucky, he told Dante, who'd returned after the exam. Another few weeks and she won't go back to that. Ever. Dante's voice was firm. Whatever she needs. Money is no object. After the doctor left, I ate. Soup. Bread. The best food I'd ever tasted. Dante watched me from across the room. You're staring, I said. I'm observing. Making sure you're okay. Why do you care? Because you're Marco's daughter. Because you didn't deserve what happened. Because I can help, so I will. Is that all? He was quiet. Ask me that again in a few months. I didn't understand what he meant. Not then. But I would. Want to know what happens as Anna recovers under Dante's care? Will she discover his dark secrets? And what will happen when her past catches up with her? Like and subscribe to find out. Drop a comment. Is Dante a savior or does he have his own agenda? I lived in Dante's house for 2 weeks before I felt human again. Maria took care of me, made sure I ate, helped me gain weight, gave me clothes, treated me like family. The house staff was kind but distant. They called Dante Mr. Lorenzo, with respect that bordered on fear. I learned things. By listening. By watching. Dante Lorenzo was exactly what they said. The king. He controlled territory across 3 states. Drugs, weapons, protection, all the classic mafia businesses. But also legitimate enterprises. Restaurants, real estate, shipping, the shipping business, Dad's business. Did my father work for Dante? I asked Maria one day. She hesitated. Your father did business with Mr. Lorenzo, yes. Import, export. Legitimate business, mostly. Mostly, your father was a good man, Anna. But in this world, sometimes good men have to make compromises to survive. I thought about that. About Dad. About the life I'd thought we had versus the life we actually lived. Dante himself was rarely home. He left early. Came back late. Sometimes not at all, but when he was there, he checked on me. How are you feeling? Better. Thank you. Maria says you're not sleeping well. Nightmares. Understandable. Dr. Romano can prescribe something. No. I don't want to be drugged. I want to remember. Want to process it. He studied me. You're stronger than you look. I'm not strong. I'm just stubborn. That almost smile again. Stubborn is a form of strength. After 3 weeks, I asked the question that had been bothering me. What happens to me now? We were in his study. Him, behind his massive desk. Me in one of the leather chairs. What do you want to happen? I don't know. I'm 18. No family. No money. No education beyond high school. I looked at my hands. I have nothing. You have a roof over your head. Food. Safety. That's not nothing. I can't live here forever. I'm not. I'm not Charity. No. You're not. He leaned forward. I have a proposal. What kind of proposal? Stay here. Let Maria train you. Household management. Hosting. The skills you'll need to run an estate like this. Why would I need those skills? Because eventually, you'll need to take care of yourself. And women with those skills are valuable. They can work for wealthy families, get paid well, be independent. It made sense. Sort of. And in the meantime? In the meantime, you recover. You heal. You become yourself again. What if I can't? What if I'm too broken? He stood, came around the desk, sat in the chair next to mine instead of across from me. Anna, look at me. I did. You survived 6 months in hell. You survived Catherine's betrayal, your father's death. You're 19 years old, and you're still here. Still fighting. That's not broken. That's extraordinary. I don't feel extraordinary. You don't have to feel it. You just have to be it. And somehow, the way he said it, I believed him. 2 months in, things changed. I was healing. Physically. Mentally. The nightmares were less frequent. I was eating normally. Gaining weight. Looking almost healthy. And I was noticing things. Like the way Dante looked at me when he thought I wasn't watching. Like the way his voice softened when he said my name. Like the way he found excuses to be near me. To check on me. To talk that I was noticing other things too. How attractive he was. How his suits fit perfectly across the shoulders. How his rare smiles transformed his face. How safe I felt when he was near. How my heart beat faster when he walked into a room. I was 19. He was 42. 23 years between us. It was wrong. Inappropriate. He'd saved me. I was living in his house. There was a power imbalance. But I couldn't stop the way I felt. And I was starting to think he felt it too. One night, I couldn't sleep. Went downstairs for water. Found Dante in his study. Working. Always working. Can't sleep? He asked without looking up. Nightmares again. Come here. I walked to his desk. He patted the chair next to him. I'm reviewing contracts. Incredibly boring. Perfect cure for insomnia. I sat. He explained the contracts. Business terms I didn't understand. But his voice was soothing. Calm. I must have dozed off because I woke up in my bed. Morning light through the windows. Dante must have carried me upstairs. Put me to bed. The thought made me feel things I shouldn't feel. 3 months in, we had our first real conversation that I found him on the terrace. Rare night off. Drinking scotch. Looking at the city lights below. Can I join you? Of course. I sat. He poured me a small glass. You're old enough now. Barely. Age is just a number. Says the man who's 42. He smiled. Actually smiled.
Touché.
We sat in comfortable silence for a while. Can I ask you something? I said. Anything. Why don't you have a family? Wife. Kids. His expression darkened. I was married once. A long time ago. It ended badly. Badly how? She couldn't handle this life. The danger. The violence. She left. Took our son. You have a son?
Had. He died.
Car accident. 15 years ago. He was 7. Oh God. Dante, I'm so sorry. It was a long time ago. But it's why I don't have a family. Why I won't have one. This life takes everything eventually. Is that why you saved me? Because of your son?
He looked at me then.
Really looked at me. I saved you because it was right. But I kept you here because I don't know. Because you remind me that good still exists. That innocence isn't completely dead. I'm not innocent anymore. Yes, Anna. You are. What happened to you doesn't change who you are. Just like what I do doesn't change who you are. And who am I? You're brave.
Kind.
Stubborn. He smiled slightly. You're everything this world tries to destroy. And somehow you're still here. Because of you.
No.
Because of you. I just opened a door. You walked through it. The way he looked at me in that moment, it felt like being seen. Really seen, that I leaned closer. Not thinking. Just feeling. He stood up abruptly. It's late. You should sleep. Dante, good night, Anna. He left me on the terrace. Alone. Confused, but I understood. He was fighting it. Fighting whatever this was between us. The question was, how long could he fight it? For months in, everything exploded. Maria told me first. There's going to be a party. Here. Next week. Very important guests. Mr. Lorenzo is. She hesitated. He's making an announcement. What kind of announcement? An engagement. He's getting married. The words hit me like a bullet. Married? To who? A woman from a business family. It's arranged. For alliance purposes. I felt sick. Does she live here? Have I met her?
No.
She's been abroad. But she's coming back for the engagement party. I should have been happy for him. Should have been grateful he'd saved me and moved on with his life. But I wasn't. I was heartbroken and angry at myself for catching feelings. At him for making me feel this way. At the universe for being so cruel. The day of the party, the house was in chaos. Caterers, decorators, Staff everywhere. I stayed in my room.
Didn't want to see.
Didn't want to know, but Maria made me come down. Mr. Lorenzo requested you attend. As family. As a guest. I'm not family. To him, you are. Please, Anna. It would mean a lot to him. So, I went, wearing a dress Maria had bought me. Simple but elegant. Black. Appropriate for a funeral, which is what this felt like. The party was in full swing. Hundreds of people. All wealthy. All powerful. All part of Dante's world. I saw him across the room. In a tuxedo. Looking devastating. Looking miserable. Then I saw her.
And my world stopped.
Because walking toward Dante, smiling, beautiful in an expensive designer dress, was someone I recognized. Someone from my past. Someone who'd smiled while men dragged me away to hell.
Vivian.
My stepsister was marrying Dante Lorenzo. Thank you for staying with the king's obsession. What will Anna do now that she knows Dante is marrying her stepsister? Will she reveal the truth? And does Dante know who Vivian really is? Like and subscribe to find out what happens next. Drop a comment with your predictions. I couldn't breathe.
Couldn't think. Vivian.
Here, in Dante's house, about to become his wife. She hadn't seen me yet. Was too busy playing the perfect fiancé. Touching Dante's arm. Smiling up at him. Playing her role. I watched him. He looked uncomfortable. Going through the motions. Like this was business, not love. Because it was business. An arranged marriage. Alliance. But with her, I turned to leave. Couldn't watch this. Couldn't be here. Anna. Dante's voice. I froze. He was walking toward me. Vivian on his arm.
No.
No, no, no. Anna, I'd like you to meet my fiancé. Vivian. Anna? Vivian's eyes went wide.
Shock.
Then calculation. Anna Castellano? You know each other? Dante looked between us. She's my stepsister. Vivian recovered quickly. Smiled. But her eyes were ice. Oh my God, Anna. We thought you were dead. Where have you been? I couldn't speak. Couldn't process this. Your stepsister? Dante's voice was sharp now. The one who lived with Catherine? Yes. We were so worried when you disappeared. Vivian touched my arm. I flinched. Mother will be so relieved to know you're alive. Mother? The word came out like poison. You mean the woman who sold me to human traffickers? Vivian's smile never wavered.
What?
Anna, that's crazy. You ran away. Remember? You were upset about Dad's death, and you just left. That's a lie.
Is it?
Do you have proof? She looked at Dante. I'm sorry, darling. Anna has always had an active imagination. After her father died, she became troubled. I'm not troubled. I was sold. Catherine sold me to pay fake debts. Dante was looking at me now. Really looking. Is this true? I told you what happened.
Catherine said Dad had debts.
She sold me. But you didn't tell me your stepsister was involved. I didn't know she'd be here. Marrying you. Vivian stepped between us. Dante, sweetheart, I think Anna needs help. Professional help. She's clearly traumatized and creating stories. Get away from me.
My voice was shaking.
You stood there. You watched them take me. You smiled. I don't know what you're talking about. You're lying. You've always been a liar. Guests were staring now, whispering. This was becoming a scene. Dante's hand gripped my elbow. Gentle but firm.
Anna.
Come with me.
Now.
He pulled me away. Through the crowd.
To his study.
Closed the door. Tell me everything. From the beginning. Don't leave anything out. So I did. Everything. Catherine.
Vivian.
The men who took me. The containers. The 6 months of hell. And Vivian was there? She saw them take you. She was in the hallway. Our eyes met. She smiled and closed her door. Dante's jaw was tight. Why didn't you tell me this before? I didn't know her name mattered. I didn't know she was. I couldn't say it. How did this happen? How are you engaged to her? Her mother approached me 6 months ago. Said she had a daughter. Well-educated. Good family. Would be a suitable wife for alliance purposes. The Greco family wanted to merge territories. Marriage was the solution. Greco. Catherine remarried. To Dmitry Greco. Russian organization. Powerful. I agreed to the marriage to avoid conflict. When? 4 months ago. Before I found you. Before he found me. Before he knew. She has to know who I am. Has to know I'm here. Perhaps. Or perhaps Catherine kept you a secret, told Vivian you'd run away or died.
He paced.
This is complicated. Complicated? She helped sell me to traffickers. Do you have proof? I have my word. Which, in my world, means nothing without evidence. He turned to me. I believe you, Anna. But I can't break an engagement based on belief. The Grecos would see it as an insult. It would start a war. So what? You marry her anyway? Pretend I don't exist.
No.
I figure out the truth. I find evidence. And then I end this properly. How long will that take? I don't know. And in the meantime, she lives here? Plays house with you? His expression softened. Are you jealous, Anna?
Don't make this about that.
About what? About whatever this is between us. This thing we're both pretending doesn't exist. He moved closer. And what if I stopped pretending? My breath caught. You're engaged to a woman I don't love, don't even like, for business purposes. It doesn't matter. You made a commitment. I made a mistake. Before I knew. Before I understood. Understood what? That I was falling in love with a 19-year-old girl who's lived in my house for 4 months. Who makes me want to be better. Who makes me feel alive for the first time in 15 years. The words hung in the air. Dante, I know. It's wrong. Inappropriate. You're too young. I'm too old. Too damaged. Too dangerous. He touched my face. But I can't stop it.
Can't stop wanting you. Thinking about you.
Needing you. I feel the same way. The admission hurt. I tried not to. Tried to see you as my savior. My protector. Nothing more. But I can't. When I'm near you, I feel safe. I feel seen. I feel like I matter. You do matter. More than you know. Then don't marry her. Find another way. I will. I promise. But I need time. How much time? Weeks. Maybe a month. I need to gather evidence. Prove Catherine and Vivian's involvement. Once I have that, I can break the engagement without consequences. And if you can't find evidence... He didn't answer, which was answer enough. Someone knocked on the door. Maria. Mr. Lorenzo? Miss Greco is looking for you. Tell her I'll be out shortly. Yes, sir. Dante looked at me. I have to go back out there. Play the role. But Anna, this isn't over. We're not over. Understand? I nodded. Even though I didn't understand, didn't know how this could possibly work, he kissed my forehead. Gentle, reverent. Then he was gone, and I was alone with the knowledge that the man I loved was engaged to my stepsister. The stepsister who'd helped destroy my life. This wasn't a fairy tale. This was a nightmare. But somehow, I'd fight my way through it, because I'd survived worse. And I'd survive this too. Want to know how Anna fights back? Will she find evidence against Vivian? And can Dante break his engagement without starting a war? Like and subscribe to find out. Drop a comment. Team Anna or Team Vivian? The next few weeks were torture. Vivian moved into the mansion, took over, redecorated, brought in her own staff, played the perfect fiancé, and she was good at it.
Charming.
Beautiful. Everything a mafia wife should be, but I saw through it. Saw the calculation, the coldness, the way she looked at people like they were tools to be used, and the way she looked at me, like I was a problem she needed to solve that we barely spoke. When we did, it was all fake politeness. Anna, you look well. Dante's been so kind to take you in.
Yes.
Very kind. Mother will be thrilled to know you're safe. We should arrange a reunion. Over my dead body, Dante was investigating. Quietly. His men were digging into Catherine's finances. The men who'd taken me. The trafficking ring, but it was slow. Careful. One wrong move and Catherine would know we were onto her. In the meantime, I had to watch Vivian hang on Dante's arm. Had to watch them play the happy couple. It was killing me. One night, I found Dante in his study.
Late.
Alone. You're avoiding me, I said. I'm keeping distance. For appearances. Appearances? She's living in your house. In your life. Not in my bed. He looked at me. We have separate rooms. This is business, Anna. Not love. Does she know that? She doesn't care. She wants the title. The power. Not me. And what do you want? He stood. Moved closer. You know what I want. Then take it. It's not that simple. Why not? You're the king. You make the rules. Not in this. In this, I'm bound by tradition. By alliances. Goodbye. I kissed him, cut off his words with my lips. Poured 4 months of longing and fear and love into that kiss. For a moment, he froze. Then he kissed me back.
Hard.
Desperate, his hands in my hair. My hands gripping his shirt. Both of us trying to get closer. Trying to become one person instead of two. He pulled back, breathing hard. We can't do this. Why not? Because I won't disrespect you by making you my mistress. You deserve more. I don't care about respect. I care about you. Anna. He rested his forehead against mine. If we do this, if we cross this line, there's no going back. You'll be mine.
Publicly.
And that will paint a target on your back. My enemies will use you against me. I'm not afraid. You should be. I'm more afraid of losing you to her.
You won't lose me.
I promise. Then prove it. Be with me. Openly. Damn the consequences.
He wanted to.
I could see it, feel it, but he stepped back. Not yet. Not until I end this engagement properly. I won't dishonor you.
Dishonor me?
You saved me from hell. You've given me everything. And I'll give you more. A real relationship. Not sneaking around. Not hiding. You deserve better. I hated that he was right. How much longer?
Soon.
I have people looking into Catherine's bank accounts. The men who moved you. Someone will talk. They always do. And if they don't, they will. I'll make them. The threat in his voice should have scared me. Instead, it made me feel safe. The breakthrough came from an unexpected source. One of the girls from the container. The one I'd barely spoken to. She'd been moved to Dante's safe house. Recovering. She asked to see me. Her name was Sophia. 17. Taken from her home in Romania.
Sold.
Trafficked. Same story as all of us. You're Anna, she said when I visited. The girl Mr. Lorenzo carried out. Yes. I remember you. You looked at him like he was salvation.
He was.
For all of us. Not for all of us. Some of us he just freed. You he kept. He's helping me recover. That's all. She smiled. Knowing. He loves you. You can see it. It's complicated. Love always is.
She handed me something.
A phone.
Old. Cracked.
This was in the container. I found it before they loaded us.
Took it.
Hid it. Why are you giving this to me? Because there are videos on it. Of the men who moved us. Of the woman who paid them. My heart stopped. What woman? Blonde. Rich looking. I recorded her through a crack in the container. She was talking to the men. Giving them money. I heard her say a name. Catherine. Catherine? My hands shook as I took the phone. You're sure?
Yes.
And there's more. I heard her talking about her daughter. How her daughter suggested this. How it was brilliant. Getting rid of the stepdaughter and making money at the same time. Vivian. She hadn't just watched. She'd planned it. Sophia, this is evidence. Real evidence. I know. That's why I kept it. Kept it hidden. I thought maybe someday I could use it. But I don't need revenge. I just need to heal. She squeezed my hand. But you need justice. So take it. Use it. Destroy them. I hugged her. This girl who'd survived the same hell I had. Who'd kept evidence that could save me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Make them pay. For all of us. I took the phone straight to Dante. He was in a meeting with Vivian and her stepfather, Dimitri Greco, discussing wedding plans. I burst in.
Dante.
I need to speak with you.
Now.
Vivian's eyes went cold. Anna, we're in the middle of. I don't care. This is important. Dimitri Greco looked annoyed. Big man. Russian. Dangerous. Who is this girl to interrupt?
She's family, Dante said.
Then to me, this better be important.
It is.
Trust me. He excused himself. We went to his office. I handed him the phone. Watch the videos. All of them.
He did.
I watched his face change. From curious to shocked to enraged. The videos were clear. Catherine. Meeting with traffickers. Handing over money. Discussing the plan. And in one video, Vivian was there too. In the background. Smiling. This is it. Dante said quietly. This is everything we need. So you can break the engagement. More than that, I can destroy them. He made calls.
Fast. Quick.
His men mobilized. Within an hour, everyone was gathered. In Dante's formal sitting room, Catherine, Vivian,
Dimitri.
Dante's most trusted people.
Me. Thank you all for coming, Dante said.
His voice was ice. We have something to discuss. Dimitri looked impatient. If this is about the wedding date, it's not. It's about betrayal.
Lies. And human trafficking.
The room went silent. Catherine's face went pale. Vivian's eyes darted to the door. I don't understand, Dimitri said. Then let me explain. Dante pulled out a screen, started playing the videos.
Catherine.
The traffickers. The money. The plan. Vivian in the background. Watching. Smiling. Dimitri's expression changed. From confused to furious. What is this? This is your new wife and stepdaughter selling Anna Castellano to human traffickers. For profit. That's not true. Catherine stood up. Those videos are fake.
Doctored.
Anna is clearly trying to. The videos are real. I've had them authenticated. Timestamps verified. Location confirmed. Dante's voice was deadly calm. You sold a girl to traffickers. Your stepdaughter. For $500,000. She's lying. Anna is disturbed. Jealous. She's trying to ruin. I'm trying to get justice. I stood up. Face them. You threw me out.
Sold me.
Let me rot in hell for 6 months. And then you had the nerve to come here. To my home. To try to take the one good thing I have left. Vivian finally spoke. Dante, you can't believe this. She's clearly jealous? Disturbed? Or maybe she's telling the truth. Dante moved closer to Vivian. Tell me something. When did you suggest this to your mother? Before or after Anna's father died? Vivian's silence was damning. That's what I thought. Dante turned to Dimitri. This is what you've allied yourself with. This is what you wanted me to marry. Dimitri looked at Catherine with disgust. Is this true? It was just business. The girl was worthless. We needed money. I didn't think. You didn't think I'd find out. That I'd care. That I'd do anything about it. Dante's voice dropped. Dangerous. You were wrong. What are you going to do? Catherine's bravado was cracking. I'm going to give you a choice. The same choice I gave Marcus. Exile or death. You leave. Tonight. You take nothing. No money. No property. No connections. You disappear. And if I ever hear your name again, if you ever come near Anna again, I'll kill you myself. You can't do this. Dimitri, tell him. Dimitri held up a hand.
No.
You deceived me. Use me. This marriage is canceled. The alliance is void.
What? No.
We had a deal. The deal is over. Mr. Lorenzo is right. You should leave. Before I decide to handle this the Russian way. The threat was clear. Catherine looked at Vivian. Come on. We're leaving. But Vivian was looking at Dante.
Please.
I had nothing to do with this. I was young. I didn't know. You watched them take her. You smiled. You're as guilty as your mother. But the engagement is over. Pack your things. You have 1 hour. Dante, please. I love you. We can make this work. You don't love me. You love what I represent.
Power.
Money. Status.
He moved next to me.
Put his hand on my shoulder. But even if you did love me, it wouldn't matter. Because I love her. I've loved her since I found her. And nothing you say or do will change that. The room went silent. Vivian looked at me with pure hatred.
You.
You did this. You ruined everything.
No.
You did this.
When you helped sell me.
When you smiled while they dragged me away. This is justice. This is revenge. Maybe. But I'll take it. Dimitri stood.
Come.
I'll escort you out. Make sure you leave peacefully. Catherine and Vivian were led away. Screaming. Threatening. It didn't matter. They were gone. The room cleared. Just Dante and me. Is it really over? I asked. It's over. They won't come back. Dimitri will make sure of it. And the alliance. We'll figure something out. Dimitri understands. His honor was damaged by their lies. He's on our side now. I sagged with relief. Dante caught me, held me. It's okay. You're safe. They can't hurt you anymore. I can't believe it's over. I thought I'd lost you. You could never lose me. He tilted my chin up. I meant what I said. I love you, Anna. I know it's wrong. I know people will talk. But I don't care. I love you too. I have for months.
I know. I saw it. Felt it. Tried to fight it. Why?
Because you deserve better than me. Better than this life. I don't want better. I want you. He kissed me. Finally.
Properly.
Without guilt or hesitation, IT felt like coming home. Thank you for staying with the king's obsession. But Anna and Dante's story isn't over yet. What happens now that they're free to be together? And will Catherine and Vivian really stay away? Like and subscribe to see the ending. Drop a comment. Do you think Anna and Dante will get their happy ending?